Entertainment, baby.
Hi guys, good evening. It's evening over here, and today I'm going to be talking about sustainability in businesses. Over the past couple of series, I've been talking about businesses, entrepreneurship, savings, couple of finance and business entrepreneurship related topics. And today I was just thinking to myself, if I'm going to start a business, how do I want to make sure that it's sustainable? So how do I want to set up a business with a structure that I don't have to be there physically all the time? Like, how can I set up a business that even if I am not physically there, it can run in my absence, it can thrive, it can grow, it can, become an international thing, and people can always recognize the brand name whenever they hear it. So I've written down a couple of tips as usual for you guys here, and I'm going to be telling you guys. I hope these tips help you, because these are the things I plan to put into practice, and I've seen other businesses put into practice because I've done a lot of case studies and research on successful businesses. I've spoken to a lot of entrepreneurs and business people, and these are the things they put into practice which helps them, and I know it will help us as we put it into practice as well. So my first tip is to make sure you have the right people in the right place, the right time. Your business is not just about finding someone who you can just throw somewhere and say, okay, run the business in my absence. No. You need to find the right qualities, you need to find the right characteristic, the right character of people that you're looking for. And when you found these people, you need to put them in departments or in areas where their strengths can be developed, where their strengths can really show, which will add value to your business. What do I mean by this? You need to find people who are really passionate about your business, people who are as passionate about growing your business as you are. You can't be the only one passionate about growing your business. Of course, you will have the most passion because it's your thing, but if you have the right people as well, you don't need to be physically present all the time before they make decisions for you, before they take risk on your behalf, before they do things that will move your business forward. So focus on finding the right people. Also make sure that these are people who are not just in your business because of the money. Of course, money is important, that's how we survive most times, but people who are there because they have a genuine interest and a genuine drive for driving your business and moving it forward. So my first tip is to make sure that you have the right people, because this will go a long way in sustaining your business. That's my first tip. My second tip for you guys is to focus on making sure we're driving our business towards becoming an international and a global brand. So of course, we want to be successful in our immediate environment. That's very important. But beyond this, we need to see further ahead and say, okay, where am I taking my business in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years? What do I see out of it in the next 100 years even? I need my business to be a brand name that when people all over the world hear, they can recognize, they can understand what the product is about. My brand name becomes a product itself. So like the Coca-Colas, the KFCs, the Versace's, the Facebook, all those kind of things, we all resonate with what they are. Like if you look at it now, you don't say, okay, let me go on a search engine and find something. You say, let me Google it. Google is now a brand in itself. So those kind of things. Or you don't want to say, I'm going to call a taxi now. You say, I'm going to get an Uber. And that's because people are focused on, of course, starting with their immediate environment, but beyond their immediate environment, they have a goal and a drive, and that is what is being actualized now. They are on the international markets. They are recognized everywhere. They are household names that you can always reckon with. So I think beyond just looking at our immediate environment, which is very important, we also need to have it at the back of our minds that this is where I'm growing my business towards becoming. I want my business to become an international brand, a household name. Everywhere people look, everywhere people go, it's my brand, it's my business, it's my label. That should be the focus. And we all know, if you aim for the stars, even if you don't reach the stars, you get close to the stars. So that's my second tip for you guys. My third tip is to closely monitor economic trends. Now, not just even economic trends, you need to also monitor consumer patterns, consumer buying behaviors, technological changes, what's out there in the market. You need to know your industry. You need to be very, very sound with your industry. You can't be a key player in your industry and you don't know what's going on, you don't know the news, you don't know where your customer taste and loyalty is gearing towards, or if you still have their patronage. You need to know if the economy is changing in such a way that people's taste and desires are changing, or if they are still always going to be the same thing. So are your products still relevant in the markets? Is the economic trend favoring your products or not? And then you have to make strategic decisions in line with these changes and say, okay, if economic changes are presently not going to favor my business? What kind of things do I need to be changing? What kind of things do I need to be adding and putting in place so that my business is always up to speed, always up to date, always giving customers what they want, always researching, always being innovative, always being on the forefront of the market, because this is the way you stand high up among your competitors. Now that's my third tip. Now my fourth tip is to not undermine the value or the potential of your competitors. A lot of businesses fail because the current businesses sort of develop this kind of hubris, this pride. Well, I'm the king of the market, I'm the main player, I'm the key player in this industry. No other one can come and overthrow me, like I'm already here and I'm here to stay. You're very wrong. You need to know where your competition is up to. You need to know what's out there. You need to know where your consumers are headed. Are they headed towards your competitors? What are they offering differently that you could either add a tweak to, innovate more on, do some more research on, and be on top of your game? You need to constantly. The key problem is not getting to the top for the most part for a successful business. The problem is staying at the top, because we're human beings. Our tastes and our tastes are constantly changing all the time. We always want what's the next best thing, what's new out there, what's the most innovative thing, what's happening out there. We always want to be up to speed on the next thing, what's this, what's that. So you as a business, you need to keep this in mind and know that your customers are always changing, or customers' behavior and customer patterns are always changing. So you need to not ignore what your competitors are doing. Your competitors may be aware of this and be releasing into the market new products, new services, new ideas that people are now like really buying into, and you are just there like, okay, well, I'm the king of my industry, I'm already climbing to the top, no one can overthrow me. And this is how you fail as a business. So you really need to pay attention to what your competition is doing. I'm not saying you should pay I'm not saying that you should pay attention to what they're doing, like you go and have a spy. No, you just need to know what's going on out there. What are your competitors up to? And don't undermine their value. You never know that competitor that you're looking down on. Okay, look at BlackBerry. That used to be the in thing back then. But now pretty much nobody uses a BlackBerry anymore. Like, it's gradually being phased out. Now, my fifth tip is to make realistic financial projections. So we all know that you might not break even when you start a new business in the first, second, even the third year. But of course, be persistent, keep pushing. But make realistic projections when it comes to your finances and when it comes to making budgets. Don't make budgets that would fail you. Don't set up traps for yourself and don't shoot yourself in the foot when it comes to making your financial projections. You should be realistic with this and be very prudent. You should know how much you plan to spend. You should know what is your potential or budgeted profit or loss. You should be realistic with these things because it helps you plan. It helps you have a structure in your business. It helps you have a clear mind when it comes to your realities. So when at the end of the day, when you're looking back on your finances, it's almost in line with what you budgeted. So even if you're not making that much money, you're not disappointed because you know, okay, this is a bad year in the market, it might not favor me in this way. You need to make adjustments, but be realistic about your financial projections. That's my fifth tip. Now, my sixth tip is to constantly engage your customers. Your customers need to constantly be aware of what you're doing. Be out there, be in their faces, be on social media, do giveaways, do customer loyalty programs, do brand association programs. Just do things that will constantly keep your customers feeling appreciated and always wanting to come back to you and always coming to give you feedback. Okay, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, because they feel that they can trust you and they can trust your product, your service, whatever it is that you offer. So you should always make sure that you have an engagement with your customers. Have them on your mailing list. Always let them know what's happening in your industry, what is on offer currently. Talk to them on their birthdays, call them, send them text messages. Just make your customers feel great and above all, give them good quality products and services. Don't give them substandard things, because this is how your customers go and never come back. You need to make sure that you're on top of your A game. You're giving your customers quality products, quality services, excellent customer service. Everything is there for them. They can trust you and they can rely on your products. So that's my sixth tip. And now my seventh and final tip is to partner with people who believe in your brand. No business or no man, nothing is an island. We all need people to follow. You might need a brand to partner with for maybe advertisements, for marketing, for a campaign, whatever it may be. We all need to partner with other businesses at some point in time during our growth as a successful business. So you need to partner with people who believe in your brand. It should be a win-win situation for you. It shouldn't be a situation where, okay, one is losing and one is winning, or one is in it just for the money but doesn't really believe in the brand. So once the money stops coming, he's out there. You need to build these good relationships and make sure that you're selecting people who really have your brand's best interest at heart. So when you're having your meetings and your discussions with them, you will be able to see what these people bring to the table, what you bring to the table as well, so that you can work and complement each other as one bigger team. So that's my 7th and final tip for you guys. I really hope that they've helped you. Of course, business is not an easy thing to start, to grow, to run, to maintain, and to make sure it's successful. So I hope these tips help us as we try to grow and build successful businesses in our lives. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please tell me what you're waiting for. Click the red button down below to subscribe to my channel. You will always receive a notification anytime and every time I post, and your subscription is absolutely totally free. Until my next video, guys, I'm NdatseNdomo on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Love you guys and see you in my next video. Bye.
Me and you, too much sauce, too much juice, dancing under the moon.